besties, welcome back to the channel. My name is Cayenne and this is Cayenne as Booked. And today we're going to be doing a reading vlog that I'm pretty excited about. I should be able to finish it today, if not like in the morning, because we are going to be reading Violent Chaos by Heather Long. And if you guys know, I love Heather, I love her books. This is actually a spinoff of my favorite series that she's ever written. So this is the Bay Ridge Royals series. This is going to be book number 5, which means that the next one's going to be the last one in the series. I can't believe we've made it here. I definitely told her that when I messaged her the other day. I was like, I can't believe that the series is almost coming to an end, and I feel like you just started writing it. But she's got like amazing plans in the future, and I know there's like a bunch of books she's going to write that like I want, but it's so hard to leave these characters that, you know, you've been around and like you've been hanging out with since 82nd Street Vandals started. So I'm going to pop a link in the description box and then also up above of the Heather Long backlist. So like where you can get started if you want to jump into this world. If you want to immediately start Bay Ridge Royals, you absolutely can. Just make sure you pick up Shamelessly Loyal. That's going to be the like introduction novella, and that's going to get you caught up on everything. So that's going to get you where you need to be in order to enjoy the rest of the series. And I just want to say that there are going to be spoilers in this vlog. So if you have an intention of reading the series, if you haven't had a chance to read Violent Chaos, please understand, like, I am not going to try and tax my brain on my 3-day weekend to not tell you guys spoilers about certain parts of the book. So if you don't want spoilers, this is your last and final warning, because I am literally about to give you one about the end of Wicked Surrender. So without further ado, if you're still here, either you just want to hear me ramble about this series, you're all caught up, or you're scared to read the next book and you want to know what happens before you read it. And I respect all of that. So Wicked Surrender ends with Lainey being kidnapped, and I believe probably Violent Chaos is going to pick up like right where we left off right there. As of right now, I don't think that the guys know that she's been kidnapped, right? Because they were off on like their own separate mission and they dropped her off at the house to make sure that she was safe, right? I don't know who kidnapped her. I really don't know. I have my suspicions that maybe it's King, because King knows that she holds power over Pretty Boy, Milo, his son. I have suspicions that maybe it's even her own grandfather who's tired of her like doing whatever she wants to do and like wants to take control. I also think it might be her mom and stepdad who are tired of her doing whatever she wants to do and want to take control. So there's a lot of people right now that necessarily, I don't want to say like they're full-blown enemies, but like they're not all thrilled with each other right now. Let's just put it like that. And so I think that this can go many different ways. So this is a why choose, obviously. So she's got 4 guys as of right now. She has Ezra and Adam, who she grew up with. And she has Bodhi, who she met through her best friend, Emerson. He's really good friends with Em, and then one of Emerson's guys, Freddie. And then you have Milo, who is Emerson's brother. So that rounds out her harem. I don't know if any more are going to be added. I'm actually kind of scared. I don't think so, though. Like, I think this group feels like pretty solidified. But, you know, Heather does what she wants to do, okay? Let's go ahead and read the synopsis together before I jump off. I've never seen the point in emotional connection. Madness runs in my blood, or so my family history would suggest. For more than 13 years, I've been driven by one quest, one desire, one goal. It's about more than just DNA and legacy. It's about a promise, one I swore I would never give up. I could never have planned for her, for Lainey B, for how the girl who kept my secret became a woman who is truly my partner. I've been running for so long, I don't think I could be with someone. She's perfect for me. She fits me. I don't even mind that she comes with attachments. They're hers, and that makes them mine too. Now someone has made a mistake. They've targeted what is ours, what is mine. They have no idea the hell I will unleash, but they are going to find out. Sorry, there was like a little glitch there. I'm not sure what happened. So back to what I was saying. So that is the synopsis, the blurb for Violent Chaos, which is the book that I'm going to be reading today. Based off of everybody who's been on the cover so far, and based off of who that sounds like, I believe our front man or our cover man is going to be Bodhi. And if you know me, you know I'm a big fan of Bodhi. And I'm just going to say that as we head into all of this, because I've really liked him since we met him in 82nd Street Vandals. And I, like, funnily enough, like, told Heather, I was like, oh my God, I really hope he gets his happily ever after. And she was like, yeah, that would be great. I don't know if she planned for it to be Lainey B. That would be an interesting question to ask her. I don't know if she is planned for it to be Lainey B, but I think it's very interesting that he finds himself, like, attached to this group. And I will say, of the 4 Harem members, him and Milo, Pretty Boy, have done the best job at, like, adapting to there being multiples and, like, realizing that this is actually great for them because it, like, makes them a team and not just, like, by themselves, like, out there trying to solve all of these problems. Like, they can solve it together as a group. So I'm going to, I think there's a prologue. Let me click back over. Yeah, so I'm going to get started on the prologue. I don't know how long it's going to take me to read this, but I'm so incredibly excited. Very nervous, but also really excited to see what happens in this book and, like, how it sets us up for, I think she has the 5th book up. Let me see if I can tell you the title. Desperate Victory. It's going to be book 6. So this is where I leave you to get some reading in. I don't know when I'm going to stop to update you guys because I don't want this to be, like, horribly long for you guys, but also to, if there's some very serious stuff happening in here, I've got to gossip about it. It's just who I am. So just for the record, this is the 3rd take of this video because Belle couldn't decide if she wanted to join us, and then she did join us, and here we are. So I am clean, moisturized, depuffed. That's why my face is so shiny. I'm getting ready to go to sleep. Today is officially release day for Violent Chaos by Heather Long, so you know I've already shared it and I'm really excited. I was originally going to put this vlog out, like, day of, but because I chose to put spoilers in it, I decided to hold on to the vlog and then post it, like, after 24 hours, hoping that the people on her art team, and then of course, like, any of the people who binge her releases, like, as soon as they come out, would be, like, ready to watch it because I didn't want to ruin it at the same time. So, like, I obviously know that, like, because it's spoilers, not a lot of people are probably going to watch it right away, but I am pretty excited about it. This is my 2nd favorite cover of the series. Milo's cover is definitely my favorite, but everybody knows that I love Bodhi. That's my man. I've been literally in Heather's reading group and in the spoiler group and stuff like that. Like, literally, like, that's my man on any comment people have to make about him because, well, that's my man. So let's get into it. I have a lot of quotes. So I have a lot of quotes, but mostly I want to get to, like, the main points on here, and then I'll share a couple of quotes that I really loved. So first off, we killed our first dad. It comes on, like, literally the heels of the scene of her, like, crawling out of the window, and the guys are, like, rolling up to the mansion. They're like, is that her? I laughed so hard, not because, like, I didn't appreciate the fact that, like, she was saving herself and all of that. Oh, there's my straightener. Not the fact that she wasn't, like, saving herself and all of that, but, like, just because they were like, what? Is that her? And she's just like, I'll be down in a second. So then we kill our first dad because Harper's an absolute piece of shit. I don't say that lightly because I've been wanting him to die literally probably since I knew of his existence, all the way back in the 82nd Street Vandal series, right? So we did that. He also sold her younger sister, and I mean, like, I'm pretty sure that we've assumed, honestly, I can't remember if, like, we've confirmed it is sex trafficking or not, but I'm pretty positive that we have. And then now she desperately wants to go after her sister. Obviously, the guys are like, hey, like, we have to plan, we have to talk to our contacts, like, we can't just, like, run out there, right? So I love the fact that they're like, oh no, we're going after her, but, like, we just have to be smart about it. So, like, that's what they're trying to get her to understand. Hey, stop. And that's what they're trying to get her to understand. Oh, also too, no, I'm going to talk about that one last, okay? So I want to really talk about, like, the Adam and Ezra dynamic in this series, because as somebody who's read it, like, from, I want to say like from its origin, because I really do believe that like you can read this as a separate series, but I don't think you really appreciate all the nuances of the characters if you don't read 82nd Street Vandals first. But also too, I'm really biased, and I say this every time I talk about it. Like, I love 82nd Street Vandals and I love this series, but there was just something about the Vandals. Maybe it was a time and place I was in my life when I was reading the series, and like I really, Emerson piecing herself back together like really resonated with me, and I like latched onto that series, and it is my favorite. So nobody foresaw the Adam Ezra dynamic. I didn't. I knew there was like tension, but because of Adam keeping so many secrets and the drama between the two of them, like I chalked it up to just being drama of like secret keeping, right? I do want to go on record in saying that like I love the exploration of it. So I like the fact that it's not a dynamic that you see very often. I love the fact that Lady B is so supportive of it. I love that Milo and Bodhi are also supportive of it. And I like the fact that when Ezra was willing to talk about his feelings, that Adam didn't completely shut him down. And he's like, you know, I don't really like, I'm not quite sure what's going on. I'm not quite sure how I feel, but like, I want to figure this out, and I want to figure it out with you. And I think it like their moments in this book were just very beautiful, especially the moments like that Lainey was included in. Also very hot, but there were some like really great dynamics just between the two of them like really trying to figure it out and really trying to be authentic to themselves, and also respectful of the relationship that they both have with Lainey, because they've also been in love with her for like, I don't know, their entire lives, but the added element of like their dynamic is something that like they're still trying to be respectful of when it comes to her as well. But I love the two of them together, and I'm like really, I want them to be solidified and I want them to be happy, the two of them, but also then like our whole group. So I'm really looking forward to kind of seeing that in the next book, especially with how positive. So, okay, so I'm going to dive back in. Well, I'm just going to cut this all out. Anyways, so I just really liked like the dynamic and the build up. And I think that Heather's done a really great job of, and I think she talks about this of like when it comes to her writing process, that like she really wants the characters to kind of lead the story. And I think that it's really interesting that the characters have led us here. And I'm really kind of excited to see what happens in the next book, and which is the final book in the series. I can't believe it went so fast, but it's the final book in the series. And I'm really kind of excited to see like how the dynamic all like shifts out, right? I also want to give like a definite honorable mention to Bodhi and Milo, because they're like, it's hard to explain, but I really just want to appreciate like how accepting they are of it. And just they're like, yeah, like, you know, like we're all part of the group. Like they like each other. Cool. They're working through some things. Cool. Let's give them space to do that. So I just really like the fact that like we've grown into this like team aspect. And I really like the fact that we've grown into, a very supportive dynamic between our guys and our gal. So those are some things I really liked. I don't want to go like too far in depth, because like I still want you guys to like obviously read the book and like enjoy the story for yourselves. But I really do like just how utterly accepting everybody in this dynamic is of the two of them. And then the two of them really give themselves space to kind of figure out like what they want from each other and like what they want it to look like. So moving on from that, I screamed so loud because we got a Vandals cameo and we got to see some of the group, and M was there, and I just like love getting peeks at her happily ever after, because what she went through in her 9-book series, there's so much that she went through, and she had to fight through so much adversity. So it's always fun to see like, you know, little spots of her life. But I also just really love the dynamic between Milo and M, because, you know, I'm not going to go into everything that happened in 82nd Street, but like they went through a lot to get to the places that they are in life, and what he's willing to do for his sister and what he has done for his sister really makes him the man that he is. And like, it's something that I respect of him like so much, being the oldest sibling and like understanding like what you're willing to sacrifice for your siblings. And I really just love how, like, how close they are, and like how they like can rely on each other now, and how it really is like, yeah, she has all these badass guys, and like, yeah, he has this group that he can rely on, but like that sibling bond and that sibling relationship is still there. And I just love it so much. So I was so excited to see them. But also, I was so excited to see our group from the Cardinal Sin series. So I'll pop it up here. It's Vienna and her men from Cardinal Sins, like I said. And the first book in that series is Killsong, and it's a daughter of a serial killer series. So I love them. Cash definitely ended up being my favorite because he was like the FBI agent turned for the woman that he met and all that. So I totally love him. It's never been a secret. I've been a fan of him since the beginning. And I love the fact that like the network's being brought into this, and that they're going to be an integral part of, you know, hopefully tracking down Lainey's sister. So I really loved those cameos. My overall concise thoughts at the end, and these are like when I finished reading, I wrote like these 3 thoughts down, right? So I believe Tally fucked up. King is gonna die. I'm putting it into the atmosphere because I need him dead. I'm so tired of this man. Like, this man has been causing a scene since 82nd Street Vandals, and I'm done with him. He has had too many books, and I'm just done. And I'm going to put it out in the atmosphere too that we're going to find Andrea, and we're really going to get that happily ever after for Lainey B. So those are my 3 thoughts. Okay, so this one is Milo. I just want to go into a couple quotes that like I really like. I'll definitely feature these on my Instagram too. So if you're not following, follow, so you can get these updates. Can I just hold you for a minute? The chaos is coming for us, but I need you, Mayhem. I love that he nicknamed her Mayhem too. Like, you want to get rid of me, you're gonna have to work a hell of a lot harder. I had no idea who came first, but I was crying. There was, okay. Especially, okay, oh, he'd kill for her. They all would. It was more than enough for me. Love it. Oh, and then especially if you're going to talk as men do. So, like, you have to read the series to understand why that line is just so funny. But I love it so much. And this is M to Lainey B, and I loved this line because I felt like it was like so perfect. When I needed you, you were there. No hesitations. Let me be there for you now. Ezra, I'd burn the world down for you. So, I mean, all in all, like, you guys know this is a 5-star for me. I have absolutely loved all of the elements of the series. And I think too, like, with the added experience of reading 82nd Street Vandals, like, Lainey finally getting her happily ever after, and so many of these characters that I've spent like thousands upon thousands of pages with, like, getting their happily ever afters too has just been amazing. Heather loves to write book boyfriends that I love. I mean, it's not just for me, but like, she definitely knows the ones that like I gravitate towards. And she always, like, when she introduces a new series or pitches something, she's like, this is a guy I think you're gonna like the most. And then I definitely end up liking that guy the most. Like, I don't think she's missed yet. No, because she called it for Cardinal Sins, she called it for Vandals, and she called it for the Bay Ridge Royal series as well. So this is like bittersweet to kind of end this vlog, because I know that the next vlog that I'm going to do is going to be the last book in the series. So like, there's going to be so much that we're going to be getting caught up on and all of that. And I don't know, like, I'm just so excited about it. Like, I can't wait, but also at the same time I can, because like, I know it's just like going to be the end of their love story at this point. Like, obviously it's gonna live on and all of that, but like, there's gonna, like, I'm not gonna be able to spend this time with them. So I'm gonna stop rambling at you. If you made it all the way to the end, definitely drop a little knife emoji, just because I'm hoping King gets knifed in the next book. If you started the series or you haven't started a series and you intend to, please be sure to leave a comment in the description. In the description box, in the comment box below. I would absolutely love to hear about your Bay Ridge Royals reading journey. So like if you want to DM me on Instagram, please feel free to. I'm always happy to chat anything having to do with Vandals and with Bay Ridge Royals. And Heather, if you're seeing this, thank you once again for writing a world that I can just get lost in. I absolutely love it. And congratulations on finishing yet another amazing 5-star book. And thank you so much, you guys, for watching. Subscribe, comment, all of those good things. Like the video if you enjoyed it. And I'll catch you right back here, same bat time, same bat channel, for some more chaotic fun eventually, whenever. So I am gonna go snuggle the pup. So yeah, that's it. I will catch you in the next video. Bye.